Beautiful people, how you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing beautifully well today. In fact, the gist reaching us right now. This one is, in fact, my people, I just want you to sit very close and hear what I have for you guys today because a whole lot has been happening, and of course I've been trying to get some kind of good information. That is the reason why I've not been bringing you back to back, of the news around the palace. But right now what I got here is the one that in fact all of you will want to hear. Now, what is the gist that I came across, my people? Something dramatic has just unfolded in the sacred palace of the Ooni of Ife. Yes, so my people, they said that in fact, it is a kind of um in fact what I heard is about of power, is of tradition and a kind of a rivalry among the queens. Yes, so among the Oloris, okay. What really happened between the Onis Oloris that has that has tongues wagging across Yoruba land? Stay with me as I bring you the full details, my correct people. In fact, these stories that we have been hearing, sometimes, like I always tell people, that when we hear these things, sometimes it looks as if these things are not true, because how can you hear certain things like this and you like you just want to ask, is this one true or not? But of course, this is what we come across on the street of social media, and we also bring to your doorstep right now, my people. They said the palace of the Ooni of Ife, one of the most respected thrones in Yoruba land, as we all know, has always been a symbol of peace, culture, and deep-rooted tradition. But behind the royal walls, sources say that a clash of personalities recently shook the calm atmosphere. Now, two of the Oloris, both highly respected and known for their strong personalities, allegedly exchanged sharp words during a private palace gathering. What was supposed to be a routine meeting to discuss preparations for an upcoming festival. Some people actually said for these Olojo festivals, okay, before the Olojo festival, what really happened behind the scene. And some persons also said that it's not about, this thing has happened long time ago, before they even thought of preparing for the Olojo festival, that there's a particular festival. And some are just saying different sources, but of course I will tell you the way I heard this very gist. Okay, so now what was supposed to be a routine meeting, right now, has turned into a heated argument over who deserve recognition and respect at the table. Now, as we already know that, in fact, this Olorism, no matter what, ordinarily as human being, everybody wants to have their respect. Everybody want to be respected, even though these women know that, okay, there are some of them, of course, when it comes to age, they are actually not of the same age range. But of course, being the fact that they are all wives to Kabiyesi, everybody wants to be respected. Everybody wants to be seen as also like having equal rights. So nobody is supposed to have stay above the other. But what really happened on these days shook everybody. Like, in fact, Kabiyesi was surprised. Elders, everybody were all surprised at what these Oloris did, especially between these two Oloris. Of course, you people know that if I actually know the names of the Oloris, I will just come and mention the names. But obviously, the names were not mentioned from where I got my gist. They just said this thing happened between two Oloris, in the palace. Of course, names were not mentioned. You're welcome back again to my channel. Nice meeting you here once again. It is my pleasure to have you here. If you have been watching, you have not subscribed, subscription is free. All you need to do is just to tap on that subscribe button. Turn on notification bell so whenever I drop my videos, you get notified. Share so others will learn one or two. But don't forget that all these are all alleged speculated stories. They are not for sound information because as we get the gist on the street or social media, we also bring to your doorstep. But don't forget also to leave a thumbs up. So my correct people, right now they said this thing that happened, has caused a whole lot of, a little, shaking and a little kind of misunderstanding right now. Of course, this thing happened in the private. It does not happen in the open. But according to what I heard, they said whispers, that one of the queens, felt overlooked. Yes, one of them felt overlooked, while other insisted on seniority. Voices were raised, and for a moment, the sacred palace ground felt more like a battleground of emotions than the peaceful home of the Oni himself. When things like this happen, a whole lot. Of course, you don't expect Kabiyesi to just sit and watch. Even though Kabiyesi sit and watch, it means a whole lot. Now, they said the Kabiyesi himself, though visibly calm, did not ignore the matter. According to insiders, according to what we heard allegedly, they said his silent glance alone was enough to restore order in the room. But that silence, heavy and powerful, also sent a strong message. Yes, so a strong message that the palace is no place for rivalry, but a symbol of, unity for the Yoruba people. Yes, so and also, they said the palace elders quickly stepped in to, mediate, reminding the Oloris that they carry the image of Ile-Ife on their shoulders. They urged them to, settle differences privately and never let the sacred seat of Oduduwa be overshadowed by personal dispute. Of course, they cannot come out in the public and be doing all those things, especially when it has to do with Kabiyesi, because obviously Kabiyesi was there in the room where these things happen. And of course, with Kabiyesi's silence and with his glances, they understood the message because Kabiyesi don't need to talk. He does not need to just open his mouth and talk before these Oloris will understand. And of course, they said immediately they understood the whole things that happened there and they quickly, maintain their position. And of course, even the elders quickly came in and of course they make sure they settle their differences among the Oloris and also want them to be careful in of what they do before Kabiyesi's presence, because obviously whatever you do in Kabiyesi's presence also shows that you don't give Kabiyesi the right respect that he deserves. But thank God that these women were able to understand the fact that Kabiyesi's silence means a whole lot, and they know that his silence alone is power, and his silence alone command great power that could do a whole lot. And they quickly with the help of the elders, they quickly settle their dispute. So as of now, my people, this is what we came across. And of course, they said peace has been restored, but many have left wondering, is this the beginning of a deeper struggle for influence among the queens, among the Oloris, or just a passing storm in the palace? Only time will definitely tell, because as time goes by, we will know if these women are actually there just for personal gain, or for respect, or for influence, or for whatever reason. In fact, as time goes by, everybody will know. Thank you so much, my people. This is what I came across on the streets of social media. And I said I must come and relate with you guys. Thank you so much. Stay tuned while I bring you the next update from the streets, regarding what we hear about the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Thank you so much. God bless you. Till I come your way again, have a beautiful weekend. Bye bye.